and welcome to Ivy English. I'm Karen.
And I'm Chris Gorski.
Today is August 16th, and today we have a really earth-shaking title.
Yes, we have Welcome to Body Combat. I love the name of our today's article. It's one word, all caps, no space, and combat. We have a word about fighting here. So we have Welcome to Body Fighting, which is generally not something we're used to talking about at Analytical English.
That laugh hasn't finished. It went silent because I was just giggling silently. It's so funny. Why is it so funny? Because Chris did such a great impression of what this word makes us feel.
Yeah, so it's just so explosive.
Yeah.
They chose to name their exercise program in all caps without a single space. And I personally
And the exclamation point.
And the exclamation point. And I am a person that just loves a little bit of silly TV humor.
Drama.
Very dramatic.
Yeah.
And I can see the commercial in my mind with the explosion behind the logo and the flames and the people high-stepping and doing like Taebo kicks. And for me, I got really excited reading this.
I think that you have to have a male voice to read it. In fact, when I checked a video, it was kicked off by a woman, a really strong, assertive woman. But I think for this title, you really need a male voice. So here is our article for today. Let's hear the title again.
Body Combat.
Oh, we need the whole title.
Oh, Welcome to Body Combat.
There we go. Whether you're serious about fitness or just looking for an effective workout, there's a new trend that may soon come to a gym near you. It's called Body Combat and is just as intense as it is effective. The Body Combat workout was designed by instructors at Les Mills Gym, which was named after a famous New Zealand track and field athlete.
Although the name might sound scary, there isn't actually any combat or striking involved, so the risk of injury is low. You don't need any experience in martial arts to enjoy it. Body combat is essentially an aerobic routine consisting of martial arts moves, including punches, kicks, jumps, and lunges. The routine takes moves from karate, taekwondo, kung fu, boxing, and Muay Thai.
Engaging in this type of aerobic exercise requires no equipment, but people are advised to wear supportive shoes and comfortable workout clothing. Additionally, you will need a water bottle and a sweat towel. Martial arts moves are done repetitively to maintain a rapid heart rate and burn calories. Apart from weight loss, participating in body combat strengthens your core muscles and cardiovascular system. Moreover, it's a great way to relieve stress and improve quickness and coordination. Body combat sessions are also set to exhilarating music to get the heart pumping and instill a sense of victory by the time a workout is finished.
A typical body combat routine lasts about 55 minutes and burns around 570 calories. To see great results fast, 2 or 3 body combat workouts a week are recommended, but everyone should go at their own pace. Don't worry about your weight or fitness level because the speed and intensity of a body combat workout can be adjusted for each individual. If you're ready to sweat a lot while practicing powerful fighting moves and moving to the beat of your favorite exercise tunes, then give Body Combat a try.
Gosh, you read that so well. Okay.
It's so exciting to have a new exercise program. For so long, we had Taebo and we had Zumba for a really long time. Before that, the earliest one I can remember was sweating to the oldies from the 80s. And now it seems like we have a new exercise fad. I'm kind of excited to see all the ads.
I was too, but there's a little but at the end.
Okay.
We'll get back to it later. So our title again is Welcome to Body Combat, but nobody can read it like Chris. Can we have it one more time?
Body Combat!
There we go. All right, so our first paragraph. Whether you're serious about fitness or just looking for an effective workout, there's a new trend that may soon come to a gym near you. And I have to say, I had the same reaction as you at first because I do a daily morning exercise routine and I am bored. I'm tired of it because I do the same thing every day. And actually, if you keep doing the same thing every day, it is not as effective because your body adjusts and it doesn't give you as much of a workout as it should. So I thought, wow, I'm going to try this out.
This is totally correct. And if you're a person that maybe values doing the same thing over and over again, there's value in that, but you need to know how to increase the intensity to keep your health moving forward.
So true.
Now, I have a question. Do you like to exercise by yourself or do you prefer to work out in groups?
The former, by myself, because otherwise it just takes too much time to go into town and to coordinate with all these other people at times that are convenient for them, but not me. No, I like doing it by myself.
I am the same way. I don't mind working out with other people, but I don't like working out to a very strict schedule.
Right.
However, if you're a person, like my mother, for example, I just had this conversation in the United States with her. She was not willing to work out by herself, and so I was talking to her about working out in clubs. She's much older now, so I recommended a club called Silver Sneakers, which are people her age working out at a much slower pace, so she didn't feel out of place. But she also felt she didn't want to work on their schedule. So by herself was no good, and working out with other people on their schedule is no good. I think my mom was just saying, I don't want to work out.
Yeah. But actually, it can be very motivating to be working out with other people. You see that other people are keeping up and you push yourself. Well, I bet I can keep up too. I'm as good as them. We get competitive. That pushes us to work out harder. On our own, it's too easy to get lazy.
I agree. I agree with every single thing you've just said here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I said there's a but. So just put that on hold for a minute. Put a pin in that is what they say. What does it mean to put a pin in something?
Well, when we put a pin in something, we're going to hold it in place until later when we're ready to deal with it. For example, we might have a little note that we need to deal with, but right now is not a good time. We could pin it to our board, and when we're ready, we could take it down and we can attack whatever question is waiting for us.
Okay, that's exactly what it is. So keep that expression in mind. It's a good one. It's a popular one, like from the past 10, 20 years. Put a pin in that, and we'll come back to it later. It's called body combat, and is just as intense as it is effective.
So when we have an intense workout, that means our heart is beating fast, and effective workouts are ones that are very useful and will create productive results. There are a lot of workouts that aren't as effective, but if they're fun and they keep you exercising, at least in general, go for it. Don't worry about trying to create the most effective workout if you're just starting out. Get something that gets you motivated and in the habit of working out.
The key word is motivated. And that's true. Doing a little bit of something every day is much better than doing nothing every day. But as I was saying, I've been doing the same routine for a long time now, and it's easy to just be comfortable instead of pushing harder. The body combat workout was designed by instructors at the Les Mills Gym, which was named after a famous New Zealand track and field athlete.
So a track and field athlete is a person who engages in sports where you run, jump, and throw things. These are real basic movements. And if you want to be really good at them, you should probably be a pretty big guy. Les Mills he's 89 years old now, so he's still around. But he was 188 centimeters tall, so he was a tall guy.
Big guy.
And he was 121 kilograms. He was a mountain of a man long before the days where steroids were commonly used among like the movie stars we see today.
Okay, and in English we say track and field. In Chinese, note that you say field and track. I won't use the Chinese, but you do. Right. So Les, you might think it's Les because it could be short for Lester, but they pronounce it Les Mills. Chris checked ahead of time.
All right, let's move on to our next paragraph here. Although the name might sound scary, there isn't actually any combat or striking involved, so the risk of injury is low.
So when I first read this piece as I was reading along, it sounded better and better as I went along. I thought, I need kind of a change of pace in my routine. Maybe I could try this.
Yeah, I agree. When I first read body combat, I was expecting kind of like maybe a little bit of low-tier boxing or maybe kind of a little bit of fighting where you're engaging with people, but you're not trying to hurt anybody. But as I read this, I was like, oh, okay, it's like regular
Hardcore.
Workout. It's kind of like a dancing workout with combat moves. Combat, by the way, is just a word for fighting. We can chop it in half. C-O-M is the Latin word for together, and B-A-T is part of the Latin word meaning to fight.
Or to hit. That's right. Okay.
Let's move on to our next sentence here. You don't need any experience in martial arts to enjoy it.
Pay attention to the word martial. It's got a T in it, but we pronounce it sh, as in the word motion, martial arts. And a lot of martial arts come from East Asia. So if you run into a Westerner who says that he's learning martial arts, it's usually something from China, Japan, or Korea.
That's right. Now, martial itself comes from the Latin word Mars, who, of course, is the Roman god of war. Body combat is essentially an aerobic routine consisting of martial arts moves, including punches, kicks, jumps, and lunges.
So first of all, aerobic. Aerobic just means that it makes your heart beat faster. That means it is a pretty intense kind of routine. Don't say Arabic, because that means a person who is an Arab is Arabic, or the language is called Arabic. Arabic, aerobic. Make sure that you keep those apart. All right, so martial arts moves, things that you do when you're learning martial arts, and they give you several examples. So punches usually means you make a fist and then you hit with your hand. Kicks is you kick your leg up, you raise your leg hard. You jump, that's obvious. And lunges, that means going ahead very quickly from one foot onto the other foot.
Yeah, this is a powerful thrust of your body.
Thrust is another word for it, yes.
Routine is a little bit interesting here because generally when we think about our routine, we think about something we do every day. But we don't always work out every day. We might only work out 2 or 3 times a week. So routine here, we might be talking about just the moves you would participate in to finish your exercise program. So here are the steps. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, and Step 4 of your exercise program.
Regarding the word lunge, I was chatting with someone who asked me what my routine was, and I was going to say I do lunges, and I realized I didn't know how to say lunge in Chinese. What you say is bow and arrow step.
Interesting.
In Chinese.
I've never thought. I don't know how to say lunge. It's one of those weird things, right?
Bow and arrow step. It's a very poetic name in Chinese, and so just translate that literally and you'll get it.
Our next sentence, the routine, takes moves from karate, taekwondo, kung fu, boxing, and Muay Thai. You can say these words with a little bit more of an accent if you want. I'm purposely saying them really flat with an English accent as a person, pretending I'm a person with no knowledge of any Asian languages.
Okay, I'd say taekwondo myself. I have a friend whose daughter studied it, so that's what I usually heard her say. And then, with there, since there's a U there, I'd say Muay Thai, but I'm not really sure, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I will say this one pretty confidently. Muay Thai is what a lot of the guys really into martial arts like to say, because people that love to do Muay Thai talk about Muay Thai a lot, so you hear it a lot.
And that one is quite violent, right?
Yeah, it's a really interesting and powerful fighting style if you're interested in it. It's similar to Taekwondo, like you're doing a lot of lunges, grabbing, and throwing and kicking. It probably hurts.
On to the next paragraph. Engaging in this type of aerobic exercise requires no equipment, but people are advised to wear supportive shoes and comfortable workout clothing. Now, this is normal for any workout. So, first of all, actually, for most workouts, you do not need equipment. There's all kinds of things you can do just with body weight. I have some free weights that I use at home. Those are simple. They're not that expensive. So that's something you can use. I also happen to have exercise bars in my bedroom. They don't take up a lot of space. So I do have a few pieces of official equipment at home, and they don't take up space. So I think it's fine to do your workout at home if you are motivated enough to do it. Sometimes having people watch you, you'll actually try harder. But I don't need that. You also have everybody's sweat and bacteria to deal with.
That is kind of gross. Make sure you bring your towel. Wipe down the things, especially if you're a person that sweats a lot. Wipe down your seat afterwards, please.
That's right. So comfortable workout clothing, that's required no matter what you do. Supportive shoes is the same thing, and they have to be clean.
Karen, do you like to wear really nice, fancy workout clothes, or do you wear the same thing you've been wearing for like 15 years?
They have to be comfortable.
Okay.
Just comfortable, and that usually means old shirts.
Sure.
And shorts.
I remember early on when I first started working out, it seemed to be more popular to just wear whatever old clothes you had so you didn't ruin them.
Right.
And today being more fashionable in the gym is like the standard. And I'm of two minds of it. I think, yes, you should just wear some old clothes and wear whatever you want. But also, if you feel good, you'll work out better. Your mental state really impacts you. So if you feel you look really good in this particular outfit and it performs the results and you're enjoying working out in your nice clothes, who cares? Do what you want. So I'm kind of okay with people dressing up in their cool exercise clothes and going. I don't want the guys taking their shirts off in the gym or girls wearing anything too revealing personally.
Yeah, it's distracting.
Maybe I'm just getting old. That's right. It's a little distracting and it's a little intimidating, which as a person that works out a lot, I'm used to being in the gym with some really big guys. I'm not really intimidated by them. But people that want to take their shirts off are there to show you. And that does intimidate people without as much exercise experience, which I kind of think is a negative.
That sounds like they're kind of insecure and they want to get some public recognition for something. But I said right when you said wear something that makes you feel good. You were saying it makes you feel good because you think you look sharp. I say it makes me feel good because it's comfortable and it's not too tight and it's not too floppy. If it's floppy, you're going to like trip or something like that. So wear something that will not interfere with your movements and is comfortable. That's what I think. And I exercise alone, so don't have anybody to show. Unless I stand in front of the mirror, but then you're not focusing on your exercise. Okay, let's continue. Additionally, you will need a water bottle and a sweat towel. That means you need to bring some things with you, namely water and then a towel to wipe off your sweat. Martial arts moves are done repetitively to maintain a rapid heart rate and burn calories. So that is basically how it works. What the specific movements are, I think, is actually not as important as you are working out intensively. If you're working hard, you're using effort, then you're going to be burning calories and strengthening your muscles. No matter what your workout is, if you're not putting effort into it, it's not going to do much for you.
Yeah, it really, the actual movements themselves aren't necessarily the focus. Body combat is using martial arts to engage in aerobic behavior. Really, you could just dance. You can dance at a high pace and that's fine. This is a cousin of Zumba, which I'm sure most of you have heard of, which is more dance focused. Mm-hmm. Neither's wrong. It just depends. Here's a different flavor of soup for you to enjoy. Do you want more dance or do you want more combat focused? Whatever you like, go with that.
Okay, this is not an ad. I now wear a sports watch, which happens to be an Apple Watch, and it tells me also my heartbeat. So I get feedback immediately how hard I'm working or how lazy I'm being. If I'm just kind of flopping through the exercise, my heart rate is only 80-something. If I have put something into it, it goes over 100, and then I know that now I'm really working out.
Very nice.
Apart from weight loss, participating in body combat strengthens your core muscles and cardiovascular system. These are both really important. These are not the muscles that you can see when you raise your arms in front of everybody. Look at my biceps. Your core muscles are the muscles in the core of your body, the middle of your body. And that affects your ability to do everything in life, to get up out of a chair, to just walk without or go up and down steps without getting too tired. Your core muscles are really important. So don't just pay attention to your biceps. And also your cardiovascular system. That's basically your heart.
I was in America just recently, and I was talking to my mom, as I alluded to earlier, about her physical fitness, which isn't great. And I told my mom, I can see you lack core strength. And what I meant to her was that her abs, the muscles surrounding her stomach, were just really weak. I saw her in not just flabby, but that she just didn't have the strength underneath it. There are some very big, powerful athletes that are very flabby and fat, but have incredible core strength.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is why they're able to move such large things. My mom, just through her ability to get in and out of a car, get in and out of her bed, I can see she lacked core strength. And I talked to her about simple ways she could build her core strength just a little bit without equipment.
Right.
But I was upfront with her. I said, these will probably be difficult at first. You need to go for just 10 or 15 seconds. Mm-hmm. A few days later, try to go for 20 seconds.
Right.
And this just sounded like an absolute nightmare for her. Keep your core strength up while you can. Don't wait till you get too old. Keeping your core strength and your lower back strong will keep you feeling young for a very long time.
Can I ask how old she is?
She's just about to turn 75.
Yeah. So it's never too late to start, but like you say, start slow and keep it short. Moreover, it's a great way to relieve stress and improve quickness and coordination. And all of these things are things that deteriorate when you get older. So Chris was talking about things like just getting out of bed. I have seen reports of and videos of old people who cannot get out of a chair. Whatever happens, however old you get, you should be able to get out of a chair. If you can't, actually you're in trouble. Yeah. And so also quickness and coordination. If you watch older people moving, you will see sometimes they're just moving really slowly. They probably have not exercised enough. Body combat sessions are also set to exhilarating music to get the heart pumping and instill a sense of victory by the time a workout is finished. And I have to say, music really does help.
I agree. I always work out to music or something interesting to listen to.
And it has to be energetic music.
All right, next one. A typical body combat routine lasts about 55 minutes and burns around 570 calories. Now, for context, one Big Mac meal at McDonald's is 1,120 calories. A single can of Coke is 139 calories. It's important to exercise, but it's even more important to manage what you're consuming before and after your workouts.
Absolutely. And don't drink soda. Just forget it.
To see great results fast, 2 or 3 body combat workouts a week are recommended, but everyone should go at their own pace. Just do it what you feel is most comfortable. If that seems like a lot, if you try to go super hard every day, you're going to get burned out and not want to do it. Do what feels right for you.
That's right. And it's no good for your muscles. You have to give them chance to rebuild. Yeah. And 55 minutes, honestly, that's too long for me. I spend about half an hour. So adjust it to what works for you.
Next sentence here. Don't worry about your weight or fitness level because the speed and intensity of a body combat workout can be adjusted for each individual. And I think this is really great. I feel people at gyms are much more accepted than they used to be, no matter how big or how inexperienced you are, which is great because we want everyone to be healthy.
This is the same as for language learning. Do a little bit every day. And a lot of my students say, oh, I'm too busy and it's too much work and blah, blah, blah. You know, I say 10 seconds is better than no seconds. Do a little bit every day. It keeps it going and it will lengthen as you go along.
If you're ready to sweat a lot while practicing powerful fighting moves and moving to the beat of your favorite exercise tunes, then give Body Combat a try.
So I did. And this is the rest of that but statement I started. I thought I would try it out, and I found it is not for me. I can't even watch violence in movies and on TV. This is really fighting. And if you're not in a fighting state of mind, you might want to go with dance movements.
Sure.
Okay, here are questions. Number 1, which of the following pictures best represents a body combat workout?
So in letter A, in picture A, we have a person running track and field. That's not correct.
Okay, and B is somebody who is punching. And that is the answer.
That's right. C is boxing, and D are people doing taekwondo. You are not kicking anybody in body combat.
Okay, and with the boxing, they've got boxing gloves on, and you don't need that for this kind of workout.
Number 2, which statement is not true about body combat workouts?
A, they are unlikely to cause injuries. Now, it says in the article that it is unlikely to cause injuries. You're careful.
Letter B, people exercise with the music during sessions.
And that is also true, so this is not an answer because we want to find a statement that is not true. C, body combat classes always last more than an hour.
And that's not true. They last 55 minutes.
So this is our answer because it's not true. And D,
they are workouts that involve punches and kicks, which is totally true. Those are martial arts moves.
So it's not our answer. Number 3.
Which aspect of body combat helps improve quickness and coordination?
A, the incorporation of martial arts moves. We have our answer right here.
That's right. Let's jump to number 4.
According to the passage, which word best describes body combat?
Letter A, relaxing. No.
B, dangerous.
No.
Not really.
C, low energy.
No.
You're really moving.
D, high intensity. That is absolutely the right answer.
So check it out. If you want a martial arts moves focused workout, why not give body combat a try?
And if it doesn't work for you, try dance movements. That's what I'm going to do. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.